kind of hairy walking through here, but dry. So this is a classic New Hampshire mill site. We're passing through 1800s, and I was thinking about mill sites and the weather conditions we have, which are pretty dry right now, and our big piece of property that we have access to. Well, years ago, and I've almost practically forgot about it, there's another mill site upriver that I haven't been out to in forever. One, because it floods out up there. Last time we were up there, it was pretty much underwater. And two, well, it's been kind of on the back burner of the mind and I've forgotten about it. I can't remember how far it is. Either way, we're going, explore, detect, see what happens. In reality, it was probably 10 years ago we were there, and it was just rough as I remember. And then I'm gonna say 5 or 6 years ago, I came out here exploring to go re-look at it, and I could barely just get to it because they logged up in here 15 years ago, and since then the whole bottom end of it floods out. So hopefully it's different than what I remember. Mill sites out here are kind of a toss-up. It's either going to be absolutely a disaster of iron, sheet metal, junk, or nothing. Well, that's why we're going back. Yeah, wow, how that's changed. So you can tell it's been being wetland for some time. Look at all the stands in the middle of it and then tall grass. So, I don't know, somewhere in the 15 to 20 year ago range, you would park over there, and there was a trail that headed out this way into the woods that is obviously no longer accessible. Kind of having to make it up as we go, and I think I have to get up high to find what was left of the trail. Doing this long enough to see the changes in the terrain and environment myself, that's wild. And you can see how quickly things disappear. Trails, cart paths, cellar holes. Just disappear into the land. Alright, I think I see some game trail right there. How was that? Turkeys are everywhere. Why do I have a weird feeling I'm on top of this thing and just way too high up the hill? Come down a bit. That's kind of what I remember when we were out here. There wasn't much to it, which seemed odd. I am still moving forward. I just went through the most terrible section of recent logging growback, and this is what I'm talking about. This was not like this. That's why I remember it as an easy walk coming up through along here. But I think where that big birch is down, I think that's the spot. Yeah, we're here. What a difference a handful of years make. But you can't mistake it once you're here, because you're on the little brook. Plenty of big stacked rocks. Pretty awesome. So, like I said many years ago, I was brought out here just to be shown the site. We swung around for a little bit, not much, didn't find anything, and then in between then and now I hiked out here. So, we find anything, it'll be good. Or it'll be a good thing we found anything. Well, first signal, and I can actually see it out of the ground. And with 10 minutes of walking, it is quiet. But there is a cool old tool. I like it. That is the best of the signals. I guess it makes more sense as to why we didn't stay here long. Oh, that's cool. Another tool. It's a wedge. So, we are finding a couple things. Funny with these places, on or off. So when I started out, I went on the other side of the stream. Nothing. This is the mountain side. And at least there's a bit of nail iron. And ribbon. Thought it was cassette tape. Probably from a Mylar balloon. Right. Well, the further I go up and away, the more I'm hearing. So the other side would have been the old road side. This would have been the where they were pulling timber from side. Yep. You can't have work without oxen. Well, we got one. That's what we'll do. We'll get up onto the shelf here, the plateau, swing around. Like I said, as I come up the hill, I'm hearing more things. That is one of the oldest pines I've seen in a long time. Video will not do it justice. Wow, it's huge. It is difficult to portray on video, but that across the bottom is, it's probably just under 4 feet. If you laid a sheet of plywood down, absolutely. That is a monster. Awesome. Well, the further I get out here, the sound in the ground is going away, and it's turning into, I want to see what it's like out here. Texture. Up, down, low, high. Yeah. And whatever that is. There is something about being this far out in the woods and hearing stuff in the ground. That is fun. Wow, that's a lot of ash. And that is an arrow. Well, it's an arrow. Black label. It's old. From the arrow to here was about 5 minutes. I walked into super flat ground. I saw this, but it's probably from a tree turned over long ago. But we check it because some of these cellar holes out here that we have found, as you know, are small. Odd that there's things in this hole. A can and the matching pull tab. So we've put it all together. Well, at this point, I've been out here for 2 hours. Time to figure out where I'm at. Start making my way down back towards the brook. Okay, old stumps. Bunches of them. Logging ruts. Sound. Good signal. Might not be good, but as soon as I walked up to this spot, lots of activity, and that is what we have been looking for. Some type of pocket of activity. Oh yeah, I can't even put the pinpointer down. I didn't realize the camera fell. Sorry about that. Oh, it's leather with either a button, snap button, or a rivet. Well, I've been trying for quite some time to pull something out of here, and it's not going to happen because the ground is just caked with this stuff. Can't be good. Aluminum pull tab. Can crap. Bottle cap. Well, at least it wasn't can. Hardware. Might be something good here, but you know, you can only do this for so long. But today was alright. Got to revisit the mill, and I got to cover ground that I had not seen before, and it goes to show no matter how far you go out there, and I went pretty far, there are still places to be found where things were happening. So that always makes for a good day. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.